Charlie Munger once said, "The first 100K is a but you gotta do it." And he was absolutely right. Building your first 6 figures might seem like an uphill battle, but once you get there, it becomes significantly easier to grow your wealth. In today's video, I'm going to break down a strategic, practical approach you can start using right now to go from $0 to $100,000 in 2025. And it all starts with understanding a powerful concept that has shaped economies, businesses, and personal finances for decades: the Pareto principle. The 80-20 rule: how small actions drive massive results. Back in 1906, an Italian economist named Vilfredo Pareto was tending to his garden when he noticed something peculiar. About 80% of the healthiest pea pods came from just 20% of his plants. Curious, he took this idea into his research and realized that wealth distribution in Italy followed the same pattern. Roughly 80% of the land was owned by 20% of the population. As he dug deeper, he found similar trends across different industries and societies. In England, about 70% of total income was controlled by just 30% of the people. Over time, this concept, now called the Pareto principle or the 80-20 rule, proved to be a universal pattern. The core idea? A small percentage of causes 20% often lead to a large percentage of results, 80%. This principle applies to nearly everything. 20% of your clothes are worn 80% of the time. 20% of a company's customers generate 80% of its revenue. Even in YouTube, 20% of videos often drive 80% of a creator's total views and income. This insight is game-changing because it helps you focus on the few things that yield the biggest impact. Today, I'm going to apply the 80-20 rule to 3 fundamental wealth-building principles that can help you reach $100 much faster. Step 1. Understand the flow of money. To grow your wealth, you must first understand how money moves through the world and where you fit into that flow. Think of any product you own. Let's use this Spider-Man wallet as an example. A whole chain of people contributed to getting this wallet into your hands. A farmer grew the cotton used for fabric. A manufacturer produced the wallet. A logistics company transported it. A retailer sold it to you. At each step, value was added and money changed hands. The more value someone brings to this chain, the higher their earnings. For example, the farmer who grows the raw materials might make more than the store associate who sells the finished product. The key takeaway? To increase your income, you need to contribute more value to the money chain you're already a part of. This applies to your job as well. Let's compare 2 employees. John is always busy. He replies to every email, attends every meeting, and checks off every task on his to-do list. But despite working late nights, his impact is minimal. Amy, on the other hand, arrives a little late, but immediately focuses on key metrics that drive business results. She prioritizes tasks that create the most value and skips unnecessary meetings and emails. Even though Amy works fewer hours, her results far outweigh John's. Why? Because money flows where value is created, not just where effort is exerted. If you want to make more money at your job, don't just work harder, work smarter. Identify which tasks truly move the needle and focus on those. Step 2. Make your money work for you. Most people are only taught how to make money by trading their time, working hourly jobs, getting a salary, etc. While there's nothing wrong with this, it creates a major limitation. If you stop working, you stop earning. The solution? Investing, which allows your money to grow passively. Think of investing like rolling a small snowball down a hill. At first, it's tiny, but as it rolls, it picks up more snow and grows exponentially. This is the power of compounding. The longer your money stays invested, the faster it grows. Even if you only have $10 or $100 to start, investing early makes all the difference. Where should you invest? For most beginners, an S&P 500 index fund is a great starting point. It includes the 500 biggest U.S. companies and has historically provided an average annual return of around 10%. Step 3. Master your relationship with money. Earning more is only part of the equation. Keeping more of what you earn is just as important. Too many people believe that making 6 figures is the key to wealth, but if you spend it all, you're still left with nothing. The secret? Smart spending. Instead of extreme budgeting or depriving yourself, apply the 80-20 rule to your expenses. 80% of your spending likely comes from just 20% of your expense categories, usually housing, transportation, and insurance. Cutting costs in these big areas will save you far more than micromanaging small expenses like canceling Netflix. For example, refinancing your mortgage or moving to a lower-cost city could save thousands per year. Trading in for a more fuel-efficient car could save hundreds on gas and maintenance. Comparing insurance rates could lead to major savings with minimal effort. Small changes in these major categories have a much bigger impact than obsessing over tiny expenses. Final thoughts. Focus on what moves the needle. Wealth building isn't just about working harder or saving pennies. It's about focusing on the few key actions that drive the biggest results. Understand how money flows. Position yourself to add more value. Invest early and wisely. Let your money work for you. Master your spending habits. Optimize your biggest expenses. By applying these principles, you can fast-track your journey to $100 and beyond.